Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else out there on the internet, how you folks doing? Welcome here to the video. We are talking predictions here today. I got Botch Guy on the channel today. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantasticano. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing pretty good. Little bit of time since we last did this, but we promised the viewers we were going to get it out to them here today.
Anything for the fans from
Always
both communities.
for the fans. Always for the fans. But yes, man, we got ourselves a pretty interesting pay-per-view coming up. It is going to be TLC, the final pay-per-view of the year. It's you think it's a weak card, right? Like, it's not the greatest, eh?
It's, in my opinion, it's one of the weaker cards of the year, but that usually means when you have a weak card, you have a really good pay-per-view, and it also usually ends on some sort of big surprise. And considering how bad the ratings have been recently, I would not be surprised if there's some sort of bombshell by the end of the show.
Well, we'll see if that does end up happening. We're going to cover 3 matches on this channel, 3 matches on Botch Guy's channel, so make sure you guys go on over there, leave a like on that channel, and make sure you check down in the comment section below because there will be my comment down there, so give that one a thumbs up too.
Yeah, same thing. We're going to be covering part 2 on my channel. It's going to be great. Absolutely leave a like, leave a sub. It's also great. And if you guys can, I'm reaching very close to 1,000 followers on my Twitch channel. Positive Vibes 604. If you guys can go and follow there, I'm so close. I think I'm at 915. If you guys can just get me to the 1,000, that would be phenomenal.
Let's give them a Christmas present. There we go. 1,000 followers on Positive Vibes 604. No negative vibes over there. But let's swing into some wrestling. I can't think of a nice little segue. I was thinking something along the lines of negative vibes, but it's not happening. Let's get right into this thing. Raw Tag Team Championships are on the line. New Day versus the Hurt Business. The match that we saw on Raw a little bit ago was fantastic. The rematch going down here at TLC. Man, what do you think is going to happen?
Definitely an interesting match here. It's weird. They're either going to do a title tag switch here to give kind of momentum to the Hurt Business, or, you know, they've been teasing Cedric Alexander kind of having problems with Shelton Benjamin. I could see some sort of big blow up if they lose the match, or maybe even if they win the match, he could do something really cocky and maybe piss off Shelton some way. But I think there's going to be a little bit of a switch over here. I think the Hurt Business could definitely use it, and it's always nice to have some more momentum. And yeah, I definitely see I see it. I see a title switch here. What do you think?
Yep, I agree with you on that one. Hurt Business are going to walk away with the gold, I think. The Cedric Alexander character kind of like being a bit of a dick amongst the whatever their name is, the Hurt Business, the brand, whatever you want to call them. It's going to be good, man. I think that would be really, really fun to see the titles on Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Maybe even throw in a little bit of a freebird rule, allow MVP to defend the titles from time to time, and then keep Bobby Lashley as the United States champion. So I think the Hurt Business with the gold would look pretty good.
Oh, I love that. I never thought about the freebird rule there with MVP. That's brilliant. Con, you're so brilliant. Oh. Con Man the Crafter, once again.
Con Man the Crafter. Minecraft plug. Watch the streams. All right, let's get into the other tag team match that we got, because it is Nia Jax, Shayna Basler versus Asuka and the Mystery Partner. So this is going to be a 2-part prediction for us, okay? First one, who's the Mystery Partner? Second one, who's winning? Who you got as Mystery Partner?
Okay, so there's a lot of names here that potentially could be had. So let's just start with the lower, less impact names. Someone like Naomi, someone who's, you know, kind of fluctuating. I heard she was injured for a while. She might make a little bit of a return here. A little bit of a bigger name would be Charlotte Flair. That would be interesting, but I don't know because Asuka's a face. So that's a kind of a weird one. Of course, Becky Lynch, but with the kid, there's very small hat. But it would have been like awesome, right? Because it's Asuka. How they
if that happens, you just know Vince McMahon, the moment that he saw that the child was born, picked up his cell phone. Hey, the man, can you come back to work? God damn it, pal.
Becky, like, we need you. Our ratings are tanking. We need you back.
It's such good shit. Like, it's you know that's what he would have done if she was coming back to work right now.
And my favorite potential return, and I'm just gonna go with it just for the hell of it. Kairi Sane, man. I think that would be awesome. Bring her back. I haven't heard her doing too much stuff over there, and where near her family. So maybe she'll just come back as a one-time thing to kind of help Asuka out, or maybe there's a new contract. I doubt it, but you never know. That's who I'm going with, but most likely it's not going to be her.
That's wishful dreaming. That would be wonderful if it happened. If it's Kairi Sane's music, I'm gonna pop so hard.
I'll mark
it's Charlotte Flair. It's Charlotte Flair.
As a face.
Well, like Nia Jax was the one who wrote Charlotte Flair off TV.
Right.
So like this comes back full circle. Charlotte Flair is going to get a championship as she comes back. Then she's going to be butting heads a little, maybe not as a face, but like as a little bit of a heel, still butting heads with Asuka. Maybe there's something with Lana in the future and underdog story against Charlotte, but no, I think this is Charlotte returning, and I think that also spoiled my results right there. I think that Charlotte Flair and Asuka are going to win the titles.
Is that going to be a reaction video for you there, Connie?
It'll probably be something like, "Oh my God!" Something like that, right?
Yeah, most likely I'm going to have one there. Pay-per-views, reaction. That's all we can do. Awesome. Good guess. And for me, I agree with you. If it is Charlotte Flair, I think it's pretty obvious who's going to win that one. But if it's not Charlotte Flair, and if it's someone like lower end, maybe like a Naomi or something like that,
it'd be wonderful. It'd be wonderful if it was somebody like Rhea Ripley. I know it's not going to happen, but it'd be wonderful, wouldn't it?
I think she's a future mega star. I would mark out too. That's definitely a mark out moment for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be a great way to introduce her, saving Asuka, coming in as a face and having a tag team with Asuka, and then eventually setting up a women's title match would be wonderful. But that's only wishful thinking. I think it's gonna be Charlotte Flair.
I will say this, Con. I do feel like they're setting up a Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley in the future WrestleMania match, and having Rhea have her big moment, because as you know, Rhea kind of jobbed out to Charlotte Flair that last time they met. So
I do think that, just talking about that very quickly, I do think that match was intended to be a launching pad to bigger and better things for Rhea Ripley, and it was just very poorly executed. And then Charlotte Flair's NXT title reign just kind of took the wind out of the sails of the NXT women's title. So it's unfortunate that happened. I think the pandemic definitely pushed it in that direction of not working, but it was still a dumb decision, wasn't it? Bad idea from stupid creative. So, main event of my part one right here, before we go on to part two on yours, we're going to jump ahead to The Fiend versus Randy Orton in a Firefly Inferno match. What the hell is a Firefly Inferno match?
I have no idea. I'm trying to think of it as like a normal kind of infernal match, but maybe you'll have a bunch of the puppets around the ring or something stupid like that. I want to be a professional guest here and just be like, oh, this is definitely what it's going to be. I have absolutely no clue. I will, before I tell you who I think is going to win, I will defer this to the con man here, and I want to hear your opinion on what possibly is this.
This one right here, I think it's going to be very similar to the Firefly Funhouse match of John Cena, Randy Orton, cinematic style, but darker, less goofy, and more of a recap of Randy Orton's career and the issues he's had with the Wyatt family over the time. I think that might be what they're going to tell. Don't know for sure, though. All I hope is Ramblin' Rabbit falls in the fire somewhere and he dies again.
Kenny from South Park, I believe, right? They keep doing that same shtick, right?
Yeah. They kill Kenny.
Yeah. It's I hope it's not what you're saying, not because I don't think it's going to happen. I think yours is a lot more logical than mine, but I would love to see the ring on fire again. It's when was the last time we saw that match?
Well, I do think we will get it. I do think the ring will be on fire. It's an Inferno match. It has to be on fire at some point, I think.
Maybe they'll do if they are going to do cinematic, maybe, how Randy Orton burned down the house or whatever ages ago. Maybe they'll do something like that and he'll burn down the Firefly Funhouse or something like that. Or fire is going to be used somewhere in this match. And that usually means it's going to be pretty exciting whenever, fire is used. Hopefully they have the extinguishers nice and quick, just in case anything happens. But I think it's going to be a fun match. But the thing is, it's because it's so unknown. it's kind of hard to see, like kind of hard to talk about it even because we don't know what to expect, right? So I guess my prediction obviously still would be the Fiend, no matter what happens. I just see no way the Fiend is not going to win this. But then again, Goldberg.
Yeah. If there's any, thanks for reminding me about that one.
That was a great. I gotta mention all the people. If you haven't seen Con Man's reaction to, because I actually saw it quite recently, because we've known each other now for about a year, and I've only saw it quite recently. I went back and looked at a lot of his content. Great content as always. And I saw his live reaction of the Fiend and that Seth Rollins match. And oh my God, you guys have to go back. I know the Goldberg one was pretty funny, but no, you got to go back and watch the Seth Rollins one. I have never seen him swear so much in my life. He dropped 100 F-bombs in like, I don't know, 3 minutes. I thought he was doing my old gimmick, my old YouTube gimmick where I was dropping F-bombs every 2 seconds, but it was so good. You got to watch it, man. It's
so mad.
So good. He was so angry.
I was so mad. And still to this day, I think WWE kind of died at that very moment. I really think they did.
He put his hat up front. That's how mad he was, you know? He didn't just have it back.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But like, just to kind of jump back here to the Firefly Inferno match, I think if they do this as a cinematic match, it needs to feel more like a horror movie and not like the House of Horrors match, not WWE horror, like actual horror, freaky, creepy music, and not knowing where the Fiend is kind of lurking in this Inferno match of whatever type it is. I think it would be awesome to get some jump scares in there that legitimately startle you.
Well, didn't they try to do that when the Fiend had that, who was it against again? The last cinematic match he had. Alexa Bliss kind of was on there.
Yeah. The jump scare at the very end against Braun Strowman. Yeah, so like that kind of worked. Yeah. That kind of worked. I think the overall match itself was at that time was just okay. It was kind of out of left field. It was weird. July horror show. It felt like it should have been an October thing. But anyways, that's nitpicking. I think that the jump scare kind of worked then. And I think that if you were, let's say, a 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid who's just finding WWE for the first time, that's the type of stuff that might hook you long term, you know, getting that emotional response, whether it be fear, laughter, whatever, right? If you can invoke a response from a younger audience, maybe you're going to hook them for life. Because I know that's what happened with us, right? We got hooked at a young age.
WWE is PG-14 now, okay? So you have to, those kids have to be a little bit older to get scared so bad. No, you know, that's it. That's exactly what happened with us. We just found each other, and now we're doing this lovely stuff together. It's fantastic.
Well, there we go, everybody. That is part one of our predictions. I think I said Wyatt defeats Orton. You definitely said Wyatt defeats Orton. Yeah, and 100%. Is that everything? The same so far? We got Hurt Business. We got Charlotte and Asuka.
And just to mention, we did not tell each other what we were going to be voting for before this video. So now we're going to be flipping over to my channel over there. Definitely, probably it'll be in the description bottom or community or one of the places. And we're going to be flipping over for part 2, where we're going to have the rest of the matches. And there are some big ones on the card.
There is, everybody. So head on over there, click down in the description, or type Botch Guy in the search. We'll see you over there for part 2. Thank you for watching. Leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to all that great stuff. I've been Con. That's Botch Guy. And we'll see you in a little bit.